Hey YouTube, and welcome back to some more Doki Doki. And we are right where we left it, where we have to write yet another poem. And as usual, we're just gonna pick all the worst possible answers. How this game makes me feel. Um, um, Pain, definitely. Definitely feel a lot of pain. Okay, two more. Okay. Ah man, yo Monica, I'm back. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Oh yes, you started playing piano. That's right. Yeah. Haha. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. Oh yeah, the festival. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Yeah. Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Nasuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. Oh, there will be food there. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Fried squid? Don't think I've ever had squid. Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? I've never had squid. You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name, Monica. Here. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Ah, never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Here. Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri or Sayori's anyways. Excuse me. Where's Sayori anyway? Yeah, where is she? Up the lake. Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Yeah? You're spacing out again. Ah. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. You worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? That doesn't mean you're fine. She always shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glanced at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she noticed anything about Sayori recently. Maybe you shouldn't. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they might be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approached Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. What's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe she's just bored. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She always talks to me about things that bothers her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew or anything, so I dropped it now. No, no, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I try to talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seems like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you. Maybe me. How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but she only talks about you more than anything else, you know? Eh? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always been. Hee. You're so funny. Have you thought that maybe you always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyways? I didn't mean to come to conclusions. You shouldn't forget about what I said. I tried to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Huh? Alright. Monica smiled meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yori peering at me from over her books. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yori approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. So I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Eh? Sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. The world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight, and there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you know them. Ah, so you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. On the outside, don't always match what may be going on inside her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I notice her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looks like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yori suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she wasn't searching for something. Embarrassing, I avert my eye. Embarrassed, I avert my eye. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she'll be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yori, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. Ha, that's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't you do some reading? We do some reading. Well, as long as you're okay with it, yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yeah, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea? Tea? Good idea. Tea break. Mm, not at all. Thanks very much. Is there one thing that I can make? If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. I agree. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we go get some water. He walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and okay, may I have the water picture? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yes. Where are you two off to? Here, we're just. Yori was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. It doesn't sound weird, you're simply going to make tea. We're just following the water picture. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involved in this club activity? Ha, my mouth gasped. I I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Huh. Then let's go. Ha. Yori quickly exits the room and I follow. Gonna make some tea. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Why are you hitting the wall with your head? Yori, I just, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yori, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to curse people like that. How come even when I do something bad, you'll be nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into an hurricane. Ah, no. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friends would do that? Friend, you say? Ah, your life. I really like being friends with you. Haha. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyways, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. What is oolong tea? Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Haha. In that case, you only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yori fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you notice, I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do when it's you who's around anyways. Ha, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me. It's very endearing. That's Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with all of this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. I have another question request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why? Why? We're in a classroom full of seats. Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can't read with my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because my your posture, right? Always hunts over like that while reading? Yes, I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. that I keep hidden from Sayori Candy Radar. I take it since it's go well with tea. Yori and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our side, as if in sync. We assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yori slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yori was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yori hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hands, that's not holding the book. I ended up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. What the hell am I reading? Meanwhile, Yori hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my power to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, that's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yori opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yori is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yori. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation were completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yori closes her lips over it. Eh? Yori expression suddenly breaks. Did did I just Yori looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Um sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that. Ah, well, you were just hoping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yori tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yori's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yori doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breath. I raise my arm. Ha! Like before, Yori parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the goblet and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Oh, thank God someone interrupted. Okay, everyone. Ah, Yori quotes back. It's time to share poems. You can help Yori put away the tea stuff, right? Oh, these poems again. Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I take care of the cup. Yeah. Yori picks up the teacup from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Okay, we have to read everybody's poems now. Huh. It's nice, I guess. Come on. I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably, Yuri. Uh, I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you. Shiori, is there something wrong? There's definitely something wrong with her. No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Here, here. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yeah. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Shiori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I could say anything, Sayori fearfully walked out of the classroom, humming to herself. Well, Sayori's gone home. That's weird. Yeah, no, wow! You didn't even net. Wow, she's a bitch. Really is. Yeah, this is wonderful. I can feel the emotion that you poured into it. Is this the result of trying what I suggested yesterday? Yeah, I guess so. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more feeling. Yori visibly swallows, even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yori breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yori likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really, I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends. For some reason, Yuri doesn't respond. Yuri smiles sadly. During lunchtime, I eat by myself. I didn't know that. It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it, anyways. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know will make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. You know, and those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type, and they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you. I'm not a know-it-all. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't know. I don't even know how to make myself happy. She's got some issues. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. but every time, you're always treated me just like everyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yori. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined the club hoping I would make friends. And I would say I had at least one success. Wouldn't you? Huh. If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yori puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Hmm. I'm aware that the beats is kind of an insane thing to write about, but I did my best to take my approach to it. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Nasuki and I, well, it was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Nasuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. I see. Nasuki didn't even let me read her poem, so I don't have much to contribute. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought process. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she wants to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Okay, last one, Monica. Hi, have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? No. Well, being in this club b- is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it turned out great. It would also make me happy to see. Haha. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hand. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imaginary is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in your writing style? Huh. I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Hmm. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself, but still defended her like that. You must be pretty into her. Eh? You completely misunderstood. Haha, calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyways. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. Anyways, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Yeah, alright. You know, I feel like learning and looking but answers are the short of the same thing. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it's was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in this club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Haha, are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans are two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Oh, yeah, that. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literary club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out? Hold on a sec. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Yeah? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You defaulted from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yori isn't immune to it. Uh, Very common that something terrible is about to happen in your book, baby. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, it seems you're right, Sai. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? It's not my fault. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh, that's curious expression coming from Yori, of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to. She just ignored me. Monica just literally ignored me. Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for me, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Shiori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, her, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki is pouting too. Even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit. but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. Ah, that may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? Yeah, about that. I love atmosphere. Yuri expresses suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyways, that just leaves you, the one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Ah, that's if Monica's suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members, how on earth are they going to respond to such a suggestion like that? Cat, I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyways. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. May not like being to be around if you are only making may not like to be around if you are only making him out to be. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decoration. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a food decoration anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for. What are you saying? It will be extremely malicious work. And bacon isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to decide how he likes to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in. You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. You're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. Oh, I have to pick. No. We see, Sayori lives next door to me, but she's also helping Monica. Can I pick Sayori because she lives right next door to me? I mean, be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors now. But Monica said that Sayori was helping her. Yeah, I told you, didn't I? Do you really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Okay, she's doing decorations, she's doing baking. I'm gonna go, and she doesn't like me very much actually. She fucking hates me. Okay, but I'm gonna go with baking because it's food. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And yeah, I'm gonna eat it all though. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use two people. Don't worry, baking is a ton of fun. You definitely agree. Just a minute ago, you were saying that. That's because. Never mind, okay? Well, anyways, you be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it after all. Now I feel bad. That's good. Even though Yuri is being dramatic, it's a little hard to not feel bad. So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes. Everything except the performance is going to be awesome. I don't think that's really counts. What about you? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it turns out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri, she's still sulking. The Suki starts pouting too. It's not, it's not that big of a deal or anything. Well, it might not be just that. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do and then nobody offering to help, that doesn't mean. Nasuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression. Look, Nasuki goes over and puts a hand on Yori's shoulders. Yori, you really are the most talented one here, and you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. The cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're going to make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performance. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit. The Shuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but wow. Yori isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken back by Nasuki's words. Nasuki of all people to be saying such encouraging things, but I begin to understand. Nasuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I could tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to make it a really great event. Yeah, yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so fair enough, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone picks up their things. I start to follow Monica and Yori out the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? Here, we still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me. That's a good point. Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Huh. Nasuki gives me her number. Okay, I'm coming over Sunday. I bring all the ingredients. Wait, you're coming to my house? Well, yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I would be going to your house. Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over my house. My dad would call me. Really? That's kind of strict if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything with my dad at home. Anyway, I just needed to complain for a second. We have each of us numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright, fine by me. Yeah. I'm really going to show you why I love baking so much. So you better look forward to it. Oh, didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work? Well, I would just say that. It's not like I could act like. It's not like I could act like in front of everyone that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? What kind of? Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is. So, alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. Never mind. I can't believe this. Asuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday, even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori. Still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori find out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I have a good time. It's already Sunday, that fast. What else do we do at the weekend? Nothing. I've been getting increasingly answers about Nasuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she acts any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We've sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emojis and cute languages. She's already really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Asuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit of simply entering each other's house like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori, hi. I sit down in the room. She always forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. Three, there's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I've also recognized the same stuffed animal and wall decorations that she had for years now. Hehe, if you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but wait, how did you know that? Siri had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me it's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and the Suki then? Yep. There's more silence between us. She always stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good. Huh? Why can't it just be like it always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come over. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Hehe. Sayori, I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like, so tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Ha, ha ha. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? Hehe. You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sorori kept this from me the entire time that I know her? That's how depression works. Like normally the people that are depressed are the people that hide it really well. Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. Haha. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. Haha. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori, but I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, there's nothing, nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everyone could be like it, everything could be like it always was. But I was so selfish. I finally shown you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept those punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I put her into a tight embrace. Ha! Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. Okay, she's obviously got feelings for you, that's why she feels this way. I wouldn't have it any other way. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arm being wrapped around her, Sayori's arm remains at her side. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I figure out what needs to change. I make those feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you should better tell me. I get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? Ha. It's what I want. I promise. I I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sylvie wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for the Suki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It will be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? Ah, it's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Nasuki is about to come over too. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the club. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she is a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. You're not even going to offer to take this heavy bag from me? No. Where's your hospitality? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag that Suki holds out to me. This is ridiculously heavy. Haha. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Suki. It seems like I always underestimate you. Here. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? Nasuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? Here? Um, it's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. Haha. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey, now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri, doesn't mean you should treat me like... Ha. Nasuki catches her words and her face turns red. Nasuki, forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. Huh? How would you know that anyways? Just trust me on this one. Gross. Hey, was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. Haha. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness. Natsuki smiles. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back, but she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flowers, skull full of fluids, and plastic bags are strewn about every corner. The mixture isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki babysitting all her movements to make sure I don't mess up. Where did you put the food coloring? The the batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fold the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. Ah, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so come on. You're not putting any heart into this. Can you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Nasuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller balls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. That does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Like the one you made on my first day here. I recall Nasuki probably presenting her cat-shaped cupcake and Sayori and Monica delighted expression. I wonder if I can make Nasuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were used to using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a used bowl for the icing. The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah, it just takes a little longer. I'd be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to Natsuki sticks her finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly stare. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabbed my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger towards the ball. Don't make me beat the crap out of you, Nets. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger, just as Sayori tugs with all her might. Ah, the force of the Suki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross. You got it on my face. Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on the Suki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. You know what? Take this. The Suki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger towards my face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. The Suki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Stop. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know? Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take the Suki finger and put it in my. I take the Suki's finger and put it in my mouth. Why? Licking off the icing. What? Did you seriously just. Yeah, that look right there. I would give the same look. Nasuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. You really shouldn't do that kind of things to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is... No, you should never do that to anyone. What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Nasuki gazed at me in silence. I noticed her shallow breath. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Eh? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Nasuki whistles over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. Cough. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Nasuki uses her oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyways, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah, the tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watched as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. That smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different color cupcakes in each of the trays. They look even better once we added the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorative stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into those bags. Nasuki hands me some plastic bags. I have those nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one really thin, so you can use it to make strips or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake, like a happy birthday or whatever. Oh, I see. That gives me an idea actually, eh? Well, it's a literary event, right? We could make it more literary themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It will be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. Wow. But that's actually a really cute idea, so haha. Maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school, nobody's concerned. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well, the Suki voice trails off. Same with you. Eh? Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. The Suki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before Natsuki quickly moves on, she shows me how to apply the icing and then we each get to work. When we finally finish, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Haha. Sayori, the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already, and she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyways, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Oh, alright, already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slow. You should have thought about that. It's not like you always have this chance, man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. Haha. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Ha. Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, I guess I'd be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. What you said before about not always having this chance, it doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over any time, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere, do you really mean that? Nisuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I felt the same way as you, so. Nasuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Nasuki? Standing inches from me, Nasuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the side of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fold my vision along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breath against me. I felt it for a while now. Natsuki suddenly comes back. Sayori! Hi! Sayori, just now we weren't. Hehe. It's okay. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so. Ah, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'm still. I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, latest. Curly flustered Natsuki, Harisa, and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Haha, well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Nasuki and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why did it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. Wait, Monica was right. What has Monica been saying to you? I should just. Monica. Yeah, I want to know what Monica's been saying to her too. Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Are we just forgetting about what Monica? Are we just forgetting about what Monica said? Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sarah looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my arm. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give you. Whatever. Yeah, those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you being by my side, then I know we both be happy. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You never have to let go of me again. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori, I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay, I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? Hehe. What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it's always been, even if we are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Yeah? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this makes you feel sad? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It feels like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know those thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know, but I know that I'll give her everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. It's the day of the festival. The day of the that was a lot of reading. Of all the days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking two trays. The Suki's already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Suki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Suki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. You're the first one here. That's a first. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yori would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the class. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again, that dummy. You'll think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it not nearly that simple for her. I always said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Haha. You should take a little responsibility for her. I mean, especially after your exchange. Especially after your exchange with her yesterday. How did Monica know about that? You kind of left her hanging this morning, Exchange. Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all, but I stammer embarrassed. Did Sally really tell you about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Okay, Monica she been saying stuff to Sayori that we don't know what she been saying to her, but pretty sure that's what making her depressed. And now Sayori already told about this fast. Here, Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized the Sukinyoi poem from the one they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. A lot of get out of my. That's literally get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. Get out of my head before I know what I know is best for you. Well, that's what we said to it yesterday. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Monica's been saying some shit to her. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Huh? What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else I already written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so, ha. Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quick I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of waking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect to answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayori, she really hits a heavy sleeper. I swallowed. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I casually open the door. Oh my god! No! I accepted as occurred. What the hell? That's no! Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sherry wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. I mean shock. Excuse me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so hopeless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her. I should have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remembered and remained friends with her like it's always had been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw this literary club, screw the festival. I just lost my best friend, someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one choice and I wasn't careful enough. And now And now I carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. What the fuck? What the fuck? She hung herself? Or did she? Wait, look at the picture. She's like glitched out now. Look. I swear it wasn't like that before with the picture. I'll have to look back at it. But look, she's glitched out or something now. Wow. Okay, YouTube, I'm gonna leave it here. I can't believe I weren't expecting that to be in so much detail because it's only a novel game. So I weren't expecting it to actually show a hanging in so much detail. Really caught me off guard. There. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Stay awesome.